A new era begins as OKTAGON MMA, Europe's best MMA show, is coming to the UK for the very first time. OKTAGON 48 will go down on November 4th at the world-renowned AO Arena in Manchester, where UK fans will experience the electric atmosphere and heart-pounding action that OKTAGON MMA is known for across Europe and beyond. We will bring some of MMA's biggest names, plus a feature bout that puts two UK stars that nobody would expect to see inside the cage going head-to-head after 10 months of vigorous training.
Ladies and gentlemen, crowd, one more time, Paul Smith!
One of the UK's best comedians will take on reality TV superstar Jakub.
This, the fight that many people have had their eyes on.
You will see UK MMA's rising star, Liverpool's Shamrock.
One of the most well-known, most dangerous.
This phenom has already racked up 8 victories before the time limit, with 7 of them in the very first round. And the cherry on top will be the grand finale of the MMA reality TV show, OKTAGON Challenge, England versus Ireland. After 2 months of the TV show, at this night in Manchester, the OKTAGON Challenge champion will be crowned.
That's it!
Great Britain, OKTAGON MMA is coming. November 4th at the AO Arena in Manchester.
Dříč proti talentu. To je velmi zajímavý souboj dvou skvělých zemařů, Kuby Dohnala s Britem Callumem Mullenem. Kuba Dohnal, finalista 3. řady reality show OKTAGON Výzva, na sobě velmi zapracoval a neuvěřitelně vyspěl. Výhra nad Furtádem a Moonem jasně ukázali, v jak fantastické formě je.
A tvrdá zadní! Kuba Dohnal rozbíjí Davida Moona! Jakub! Hezoun! Dohnal!
Teď před sebou má Dohnal další velkou výzvu. Mullenovi může srazit hřebínek a doručit mu první profesionální porážku kariéry.
Po amatérských MMA, kde má bilanciu 9-1, sa rýchlo presadil aj medzi profesionálmi a stal sa šampiónom jednej z britských organizácií. V súčasnosti má za sebou 5 zápasov. Všetky ukončil pred limitom. Bude mať zápas s Jakubom Dohnalom rovnaký scenár, alebo ho Hezoun privíta v OKTAGONe tak, ako sa patrí.
So the British invasion starts here, right now with this man, Callum Mullen, from Bradford, fighting out of Aspire in Liverpool. And he is one part of a brotherhood of fighters. Quite literally, 2 of his brothers have competed in MMA. One still continues to do so. Tom Mullen, you'll see him behind him in his corner. But this man is highly touted. 5 victories, Luke. So all 5 finishes. 3 knockouts, 2 submissions, and he recognises this opportunity. He also recognises this platform. We talked before about some fighters, some fans not knowing what OKTAGON can do. He said, look, I know this show. I've seen the big arenas. I've seen the potential. And I also see that people will not know who I am. People will not know how dangerous I am. In the UK, I can't get fights. I can't get the fights I want. So now I'm going to step out, step into someone else's backyard, and I'm going to show the world what I am.
Exactly that. I mean, when I spoke about this card and this event, the name that has been mentioned to me over and over again is this young man. Watch out for this guy. He's the one to watch. I just got a text a second ago saying exactly the same thing. Can't wait for this. And with Dean Garner and Phil Turner in his corner from Aspire as well, we know he comes here fully prepared. They have such a great gym there and vibe there, carrying people from a young age through their amateur career all the way through to the highest levels of professional. And it's different there, you know, the vibe they have, the brotherhood they have, and the training that they put in together at Aspire. I feel like we're going to see a lot of young talents coming through.
Tom Mullen, his brother as well, watching him make this walk. Callum finally inside the cage, set to make his debut.
Too sexy for my love, too sexy for my love, love's coming to thee.
And the music drops, the atmosphere rises.
and we get delivered coffee at the same time just to perk us up. Not that we needed this fight. And Jakub Dohnal, a very well-known man here at Octagon, a Season 3 finalist of Octagon Challenge, and a man that we've seen have his up and downs in Octagon, Brian.
Well, look, he is somebody who has had some fantastic performances, but the up and downs are what we talked about in the commentary meeting before this, because there has been a lack of consistency. We all know his potential. He's a record of 11-3. He's proved it time and time again. And some nights he looks unbeatable. Nights like when he fought David Moon at Octagon 35, where he came out and everyone expected him to grapple, and he boxed the man, he boxed the striker, and he got the better of that. But he needs to put on consistent performances. One thing he's got, though, is the skill set, Luke, his grappling, his strength. And you'll look at the size of him as they unveil this ripped torso in a second. He is a monster at this weight. At featherweight, he is one of the strongest, if not the strongest, in this division. And if he can impose that, then that can be a problem for anyone.
Yeah, Mullen here, you know, like you said, but he comes here a bit of as an unknown. But grappling is one of his strong suits. But to do that against Dohnal, you have to get him to the ground. To get him to the mat is extremely difficult. He's normally the one dragging fights down to the ground. So it's going to be very interesting to see the tactical approach from Jakub and what he decides to do. You can see, like you said, very, very big for the weight, in fantastic shape, and short and stocky as well with it. So difficult, has a low center of gravity, hard to take down on the fence. It's going to be interesting to see how he tackles that problem.
Well, this is somebody as well who studies his opponents. He literally writes a journal for every scenario that he could see, the qualities in his opponent that he analyzes, he breaks down into bad positions he could end up in. And from that, he sets in his mind, not even physically, in his mind, how he works his way out of that. So you are looking at somebody who, you know, will definitely know the pedigree of Callum Mullen, will not be underestimating his opponent, and will recognize that this is a very, very dangerous fight indeed. Final moments as he gets set to step in. This, our second fight of the night, the first one under full unified mixed martial arts rules. That's right, we're back to 3 5-minute rounds. 24-year-old Callum Mullen taking on the 31-year-old Jakub handsome Dohnal. And we look at the tail of the tape. There we see the height and the reach on the side of Dohnal. 11-3, the record as well, and the tip spot odds in his favor. Let's hand it to the man, Mr. Andrei Novotny.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next contest is a featherweight bout that is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Let me introduce you both fighters, and we will start in a blue corner. He is 24 years old, stand 175 centimeters tall, weight in at 66.1 kilo. He represents Aspire Combat and the Sports, and the coaches in this corner are Tom Mullen and Dean Garnett. He has a professional record of 6 fights, 5 wins and 1 no contest. Fighting out of United Kingdom, in the blue corner, Callum Mullen. In the red corner, he is 31 years old, stands 177 centimeters tall, weight in at 66.1 kilo. Represent Fight Club Brno, Swag Brno, and the coaches in his corner are Lukáš Wolf, Jan Stach, and Petr Sandler. He has a professional record of 14 fights, 11 wins and only 3 losses. Fighting out of Czech Republic, finalist Octagon Challenge, in the red corner, Jakub Hezoun Dohnal.
Okay, gentlemen, ignore rules, please. Follow my instructions all the way and protect yourself all the time. If you want, touch gloves and back to your corners. Good luck in the fight.
Set and ready we are for this featherweight contest. Callum Mullen fighting out of the UK, representing Aspire, taking on Jakub handsome Dohnal from Brno, the Czech Republic, fighting out the Fight Club Brno and Swag Brno. He is in the red corner, black shorts. Mullen, white shorts, blue corner. Off we go. Me, Brian Lacey, alongside Luke Barnett.
And Jakub coming out, dominating the cage early and controlling the space. Pushing Mullen back up against the fence. Big swing and a miss from Mullen.
Now they're going to get a feel of each other's strength and pressure.
Instantly gets the double underhooks. Does Mullen very well.
Sorry, Mullen,
He might be the smaller of the two, potentially, but he trains alongside his brother, who's a higher weight class, and they have a lot of grappling rounds. And there's something special about brothers, right? Competing and training together. You know that about the Maguire brothers. They can push each other harder. They know the buttons to press, and they can take each other into deeper waters than any other training partner.
Exactly that. I mean, when you train with your brother and someone that you know that knows you so well, they can, like you said, find those buttons and push you, and they know every move that they have, and you would have studied together. So it's great for training partners here. Muscling here is Mullen, controlling Jakub very, very well. I feel like he's got the leverage. I feel like an outside leg reap on the right side is open and possible to try and take this to the mat if that's what he's looking to do.
And this is, again, surprising, because when you look at Dohnal's physique, you think he would be the stronger, but that's a good moment for Callum Mullen, right?
Yeah, took the bite out of Jakub's start, did Mullen. Switch his stance. He's back into orthodox now.
Yeah, so loose, so fluid. One of the most highly touted prospects on the UK scene. And again, when you look in his corner, Dean Garnett, Phil Turner, his brother Tom Mullen. What a gym. What a set of MMA BJJ minds they've got over there. Again, able to get his man up against the cage, Luke.
Yeah, but not managing to do much with it, which is what we did say. Jakub, very, very strong and difficult to take down. I still feel like that outside leg is open, but he's definitely controlling the space. Needs to be careful of that left hook when he's on the feet as well. It's landed a couple of times for Dohnal.
And he's got to watch on the break as well. Dohnal will look for those short shots as they separate.
There's good head position now, though, from Mullen. Good shoulder position as well. Nice little knee.
First 2 minutes, 15 seconds down in this fight already. A lot of pressure from Mullen. Do you think that's one of the things they're looking to do?
Nice straight right coming there.
With that bigger frame, do you think they're looking to push to really try and wear out Dohnal early on?
I mean, that could be one of the ideas. I feel like he's just trying to get a gauge at the moment. Nice low left, low calf kick there, lands very, very well. Again, going to that calf kick, that was very successful for him. But apart from that, struggling with the range, struggling to land. Dohnal, though, landing very well, and again, moves the mouthpiece of Mullen.
Yeah, that right hand displacing that mouthpiece and getting a little feel of each other's power here.
And he's swinging big, throwing another big right hand, not feeling it out, not setting it up, just throwing away. Switches into the southpaw stance, though. You can see the left hand come first. Moving the wrong way, needs to be careful he doesn't move into that right hand. Lands a good stiff jab.
Dohnal's starting to pile the pressure on now, coming forward.
Yeah, Mullen getting stuck up against the fence multiple times.
Oh, nice right hand, nice counter there. You heard that one crack.
Yeah, switches stance well, does Mullen. Now in the southpaw stance. Needs to be careful he doesn't overthrow that left hand, though. Leaves himself quite open after the shot. Switches back to orthodox.
So fluid with that switch as well, Luke. It's you know, just innate in him.
When he shells up like that, though, he's allowing Dohnal to just go, just to throw. Needs to establish this jab. It's very sharp, very, very clean. Has landed it twice, but needs to put it out there more. Even if he just controls that no man's land with it. Nice right hand.
That jab seemed to... Oh, yeah, and he's taking him down with a low kick as well. The jab seemed to cause problems for Dohnal. He saw him blinking a little bit.
Yeah, just slips inside of that one, lands, does Dohnal as he presses forward. Nice. Needs to be careful he doesn't put himself on the fence as he lands another good right hand.
Nice use of the space in the cage there from Mullen as well. Circle back out.
I feel like Mullen's starting to get loose now. Jakub blitzes forward but gets turned. Great evasion and understanding of where he is in the cage. Beautiful double leg.
Oh, look at that.
Converts that takedown very, very well.
Dohnal so strong in this top position. 30 seconds to play with here. Good moment.
Well to butt screw himself back to the fence. Hips are high. Good hip heist here. Try and stand up. But like you said, Dohnal on top has great top pressure. Compact, strong, powerful.
Yeah, 6 of his 30.
Needs to be careful he doesn't get his back taken here as well, does Mullen.
6 of his 11 wins. Dohnal by finish. 5 of those are submissions. Oh, Mullen trying to go for that Kimura grip at the bottom.
Yeah, searching for the Kimura. Very hard to convert here, but only 5 seconds left.
Working for it though, Luke. Working. Oi.
And ends on the bottom. A very close round. Got taken down. Landed some good right hands. But Dohnal landed some good shots as well, especially that left hook, and blitzed in very well. So it's an incredibly close round, this first round.
Now, one of the things with Callum Mullen is this is the biggest stage. Look at that arena. Look at this crowd, the setting, the setup. What you talk about it a lot, fighting being 10% physical, 90% mental. Do you think Mullen is almost adjusting to this stage as well?
It felt like that to me in that first round. It felt like he was still eyes wide open, like understanding that he's truly here and having to adjust a little bit. You can see in the corner looking around a little bit too. But I feel like he started to get there towards the end of that round. Here we see some highlights. And Dohnal, in the inside moments, in the little off balances, just does very well. But he couldn't bully Mullen as we expected. He did better on the feet with the exchanges, coming in here, charging forward and landing. It was a very, battle of inches. Felt like Mullen started to take over with those calf kicks. Then this double leg happened.
What timing on that from Dohnal, right?
Going to be interesting to see if he tries that a little bit earlier in this first round, because he managed to keep it all the way to the end of the first round as well.
Dohnal, heavily the favourite now in the tip spot odds. From my eyes, it was a close.
Nice right hand lands early. Very good right hand. Seems to have found his range. Sorry, Brian. Perfect shot.
What a way to start round two. Back in the clinch though now.
I feel like for Dohnal, after that right hand especially, and how the first round ended, we could see him drop down and look for this double leg. He just needs to time it well.
You think that would be the advice from the corner, right?
After seeing how that round went, Mullen dangerous on the feet, definitely dangerous on the ground as well, but Dohnal very comfortable on top. Gets those double underhooks, looking now maybe for a lateral drop, misses it. Pushed up against the fence, goes for the outside leg reach of his own.
Yeah, trying to force his way and get his man down, but right in the corner there, you can hear Dean Garnett just giving advice.
Again, I can see Mullen thinking. I can see his brain working through his eyes. He needs action, he needs movement, needs to work, doesn't need to think, needs to move. We have judo toss available as well if you want to try and switch this up. Or he can try and come out. See how his hips are trying to come out to his right side. He can maybe switch up, then go left. Lots of open space. He's wrapping up now, though, as Dohnal going for this single digs very well to get out of that position. Good shots from Dohnal on the break.
Yeah, Dohnal does a lot of good work on the break, Luke.
That right hand is a real missile, a real laser for Mullen, but needs to set it up better, needs to be decisive and switch in something else.
Also, when he switches to orthodox, that lead jab, right? That lead jab, you see how laser fast it is.
Yeah, he throws his jab very, very well, goes to the body with a body kick. Again, overreaches with that left hand this time now. In that orthodox stance, Dohnal waiting for his moment, feints that level change, and again, wouldn't surprise me if he comes upstairs with the right hand, feints the level change right hand.
2 minutes down, round number two, 3 minutes to go.
Nice calf kick again from Mullen. And again,
yes. Dohnal cutting the cage off very well, though. Oh!
Nice slip and a bang there with the left hand.
Slip and a rip. Fired that.
He's landed some very clean, good shots, and Dohnal not really been affected so far. That can be disheartening for Mullen as he circles out very well now, taking the center.
Yeah, Mullen, 3 of his finishes are by knockout. Oh, times that nicely.
I feel like that uppercut would be there now as well as he ducks in, gets this single, switches up to the double. Trying to dig this underhook on the left side, manages to get it. Trying to switch his legs and disrupt the entrance here is Mullen.
He's doing well to keep it on his feet, but now he's just dealing with a lot of the physical aggression, right, of Dohnal.
Is it giving up this single now? Little punch and breaks away, very good. Now is his moment to take over. You can see the energy switch.
Oh, there's the jab. That jab and that calf kick, Luke. If he keeps them up, they're working extremely well from these high positions. Oh, look at that.
Landed very well, got the takedown kind of, but instantly back to his feet. And again with that calf kick, starting to bother Dohnal. Now you can see the welt on the side. You can see how that one just clipped it. He's trying to evade it. He's worried about it. You see as he's moving in, moving out. He's trying to avoid that low kick. Needs to feint that now, throw upstairs, go with the right hand. I'd like to see the uppercut in the Dohnal corner as well, because we see Dohnal ducking quite a lot.
Yeah, it feels like someone really needs to get hold of this fight, right, Luke? It's super close.
Very, very close from both men as we enter our
again.
final minute, but that calf kick could be the difference.
Again, keeps firing it. I think he's starting to notice the effect it's having on the movement of Dohnal. Even just there, little shakes out on the footsteps, the footwork from Dohnal.
Yeah, he can't place his legs. Every time he goes static like he is right now, he gets caught with that calf kick. Good work, and again lands.
And this is good adjustments. This is intelligent fighting from Callum Mullen. Just backing away, keeping the range to avoid those takedown entries.
Oh, a nice knee, good idea there. I feel like his movement's improved as the fight has gone on. He's become more comfortable. He's fighting the center.
Same again. Now he needs to fight this.
Easy takedown defense there, though, from Mullen. Drives through, manages to get it.
And again, right at the end of the round, Luke, it's that sort of stuff which can steal rounds as well, right?
Yeah, definitely as well. In the eyes of the judges, this damage in the last 10 seconds makes it look a lot more convincing than it actually was. Really wasn't that important, but that could be 2 rounds now. 2 very close rounds with takedowns at the end of the round. That could be 2 rounds.
Yeah, 2 rounds down, 1 to go here at Octagon 42 in this beautiful arena, the Andre Nepela Arena in Bratislava.
And he defended that takedown so well, had complete control of it. But Jakub just did not give up on it, carried on driving through and managed to shelve the legs and take him down. Beautiful lateral drop takedown was beautiful. Jakub, Dohnal, I believe Hezoun means handsome, right?
His nickname handsome, Hezoun,
okay.
yeah.
I mean, I was going to nickname myself handsome, but, you know, I was advised that it would probably be a mistake. And here we see some highlights from that second round. Some very convincing shots landed from Mullen. These calf kicks in particular.
And if you're in the corner, would you say go back to that early, start chopping back away at that leg?
And once it lands, feint it and go up somewhere else. I like that he did 1 knee so far. It was very, very close as well. Jakub's changing stance a lot, changing level a lot, going up and down. I think knee through the middle or teep through the middle or uppercut through the middle is going to be a very good tool for Mullen. But he needs a finish, in my opinion, if he wants to be sure that he wins this fight. Very close, initial 2 rounds. Should be looking to get the fight out of there.
Third and final round, the odds slightly more even now as we move into round number 3. Mullen in the white shorts.
Goes straight to that calf kick like you advised, Brian. Goes straight there twice as well. But this is what he needs to be careful of. He keeps leaving himself up against this fence.
Oh! Big shot and just a miss there from Dohnal.
In the southpaw stance. Playing nice and loose. Switches back to the orthodox. Stiff jab, Dohnal returns. Good work from Dohnal.
Look at that lead leg on Dohnal as he circles around that lead left leg all the way up from the ankle right to under the knee. That is welt after welt from those kicks, those calf kicks from Callum Mullen.
Maybe going to go high with this left head kick. In the blitz, but Dohnal comes out the better there.
There again, you saw Dohnal then raise the leg. He's so aware of that.
He's so aware of it. He knows it's coming. He needs to try and hide it, set it up with something else. He's thrown it quite open. He needs to feint it and throw something else, or feint something else and throw that calf kick. He can't just throw it naked now because Dohnal's so aware, which means it's affecting him, which means he's in pain.
3 minutes, 30 seconds left in this fight.
Just waiting for this left head kick to come from Callum. I can see it. I can sense it. Switches now. Big shot. Dohnal touches up.
Dohnal threw that as soon as he went and switched to orthodox stance. It was like he was waiting for that moment.
It's been a great third round for him so far. We see the significant strikes very close, but in the favor of Dohnal at the moment. Good head position here, but needs to make something happen with this because Mullen has been very, had control, but not really had anything else.
Well, it's what we talked about in the thing, right? It's so hard to get Dohnal to the ground, even up against the cage.
Looking for that leg rip on the outside, but not easy to get.
Now in a kind of 50-50 position. Let's see. Got to be careful on the break between each other.
Well, I think Mullen got quite hit with a zinger, so maybe just taking a little breath. Now could come forward.
Yeah, he's cut on the nose.
Hey, big left hand. They're
again.
exchanging now back and forth in the danger zone.
High-level stuff between these two. Really a good exhibition between these young fighters. A display of well-rounded mixed martial arts.
Nice right hand.
Nice.
Dohnal had a lot more success on the feet in this third round. 2 minutes remain.
Now you can see the blood on the nose and from the mouth of Callum Mullen. But it was as soon as Mullen switched, you saw the blitz attack from Dohnal. Not that time, though.
Good movement from Mullen again, finding the center. Needs to be careful he doesn't back up too much.
Dohnal trying to cut the cage off the crowd now, starting to get behind this fight as we enter the final 1 minute 20 seconds.
Storming forward now is Mullen. Feel like he needs some urgency here.
Well, he needs to make the moment at the end of the fight, right? We've seen from Dohnal both rounds 1 and rounds 2. More decisively in round 1, he got the takedown. And if it does go to the judges, that can be the last taste in their mouth as they go to mark those scorecards.
He's putting everything together as Mullen, but not that final thing. Setting up well, switching stance, sees it, but then doesn't throw it. Now Dohnal's throwing and landing it repairably right in front of us here in the commentary box. Nice idea with a knee, catches him with a lead right hook. And again, and a left hand.
How fresh does Dohnal look as well? There's been question marks sometimes about his cardio because of his frame, but still throwing hard. Now Mullen looking in on this takedown.
Straight away going towards the guillotine again, very difficult to take him down. Only 30 seconds remain. He's trying to grasp the hands together. Maybe see him switch to a single here, but we said it. Dohnal extremely difficult to take down, especially up against the fence. Low center of gravity, trying to look maybe to take a guillotine
here. For the guillotine. He's going for that squeeze. He's using the cage as well to try and apply a bit more pressure here. Dohnal trying to take it out of the judge's hands. Forces the roll. Oh, this is mounted. Less than 10 seconds left. Could Callum Mullen hang on? What a moment here for Jakub Dohnal. Mullen survives, though. Wow.
But again, now closing moments of that third and final. Dohnal in control, looking to finish the fight with the guillotine. Manages to escape, does very well. Suicide rolls out, gives up the mount. But it's that 3-round 0 to Dohnal. It's every round was close.
Yeah,
every round could go either way.
Yeah.
It's hard to really know. But, you know, for the young man from the UK, it's not a shining entrance here, not a shining start, taking on someone like Jakub Dohnal for his first fight Octagon, though.
On this big stages, right? Making the walk into this huge arena. Let's take a look back at some of the action here, Luke. You can talk us through it again. Like you said, it was super close. They both had moments.
Yeah, they were always in boxing range. Big left and right hand land there for Dohnal. I feel like this is the highlights of the third round, and Dohnal just seemed to find his range in this last couple of minutes. Landing here, that beautiful right hand again. Consistently landing, and then we have this guillotine attempt at the end. Belly's out, does well here to escape. And there you have the stats, and the stats significantly in the favor of Jakub Dohnal. Be interesting to see how the judges have this one. Extremely tight. For me, could go either way on every single round. As we now await to make it official, Mr. Andre Novotny.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, let's see how judges scored this fight. 30-27, 29-28, and 29-28, all for the winner by unanimous decision for Jakub Dohnal.
That's
Ondra počká, samozřejmě, Kubo, gratuluju moc. Vynikající výkon, strategický, taktický, řekl bych, popiš nám to vlastními slovy. Porazil si kluka, který ještě nikdy neprohrál a ti jsou zkrátka vždycky nepříjemní.
Co na to můžu říct? Já měl hrozně těžkou přípravu. Za tu přípravu jsem potkal spoustu skvělých lidí, kteří mě pomohli. A jestli má 5-0, já měl taky jednou 5-0, jestli vzpomínáš. Takže každý je porazitelný a vím, že byl kvalitní na zemi hodně, tak jsme to chtěli tak udržet zas postoj. Tak povedlo se a já děkuji svýmu týmu. Můžu poděkovat? Děkuju Lukáš Wolf, Jan Stach, Petr Santler a děkuju do Ostravy Millerovi a jeho klukům. Děkuju za pomoc v přípravě. Strašně moc jsme všem pomohli. Děkuju všem lidem, co jsou tady, že jste přišli, fandili jste a my to děláme pro vás. Takže když vy jste spokojení, my jsme spokojení. Děkuju samozřejmě mým sponzorům a děkuju tobě, Ondro, díky za příležitosti.
Já děkuju moc, ještě tě nepustím, ještě mě zajímá jedna věc, protože ty si říkal, že jsi to chtěl držet v postoji, ale přesto si pak dal takedowny, každé kolo si končil v té horní pozici a zdálo se mi, že tě trošku začíná trápit po těch kalv kicích ta levá noha, nebo to tak nebylo?
Ne, tu v nohu už mám otuženou od Vily z předchozího zápasu, takže ta byla v pohodě. A přesně tak, plán byl v posledním kole ho vždycky hodit, když už bych chytl nějakou submission, tak máme šanci to ještě udržet aspoň. A všechno vyšlo, jak mělo. Škoda, že jsem ho neukončil, zase jsem trochu víc čekal, ale vítězství jako vítězství.
Vítězství je určitě skvělé, gratulujeme ještě moc. Jakub Hezoun Dohnal, jeden z vítězů dnešního večera.
We've seen an excellent and strategic fight coming from Dohnal. It was against Mullen, who, up until now, had 0 losses. As to this, Dohnal said that he had a very difficult training and everyone is actually beatable. He knows that Mullen is a good ground fighter, so he wanted to keep the fight standing up. Then he thanked his team, his fans, his sponsors, and lastly, OKTAGON. He says he does it for his fans. But the host also asked him about his left leg that seemed to suffer the takedowns. As to this, Dohnal said that Villa had already tested his left leg, so he was ready. He always wanted to throw his opponent, and he's only sad that he didn't get to finish him first.
A new era begins as OKTAGON MMA, Europe's best MMA show, is coming to the UK for the very first time. OKTAGON 48 will go down on November 4th at the world-renowned AO Arena in Manchester, where UK fans will experience the electric atmosphere and heart-pounding action that OKTAGON MMA is known for across Europe and beyond. We will bring some of MMA's biggest names, plus a feature bout that puts 2 UK stars that nobody would expect to see inside the cage going head-to-head after 10 months of vigorous training.
Ladies and gentlemen, Prague, one more time, Paul Smith!
One of the UK's best comedians will take on reality TV superstar Jake Quickenden.
This, the fight that many people have had their eyes on.
You will see UK MMA's rising star, Liverpool's Shamrock.
And one of the most well-known, most dangerous.
This phenom has already racked up 8 victories before the time limit, with 7 of them in the very first round. And the cherry on top will be the grand finale of the MMA reality TV show, OKTAGON Challenge, England versus Ireland. After 2 months of the TV show, at this night in Manchester, the OKTAGON Challenge champion will be crowned.
That's it!
Great Britain, OKTAGON MMA is coming. November 4th at the AO Arena in Manchester.